Hello, everybody, and welcome to another installment of Mego Museum's Mint Off Card. This is a very special episode and a bit of a departure because I'm looking at something not by Mego or Figures Toy Company or NECA, which is usually who I'm dealing with, but by Hasbro. In the form of, and this is a very long title, Star Wars The Black Series, Hyperreal Darth Vader. Perhaps you've heard of him. I'm honestly buying this not so much to keep, but just out of pure curiosity. I needed to play with this and see what it's like, and I'm going to share it with you guys. Hasbro, of course, is the master toy license for Star Wars action figures and for Marvel Comics action figures. And they have this kind of weird avoidance of the Mego scale. I mean, it has been 42 years since Star Wars debuted, and this is the first 8-inch action figure they've tried to create, which seems strange. It's like the only scale they really haven't tried to capitalize on. I don't know why that is. But they have this weird kind of predilection with a price point. And we saw this with the Diamond Select Marvel Comics characters, where they wanted it to be $80 and it had one body, so Diamond Select created these gift sets that, contained 3 different heads and 3 different outfits and one body. And they were met with good favor and modest success. I think the problem is most Mego collectors who this thing would be targeted at, they really just want to buy individual carded figures. They want to, slap down $25 and get a carded Mego Spider-Man or a Mego-esque Spider-Man. So there was a lot of pushback and a lot of misunderstanding that, Diamond wasn't trying to be greedy. This was a condition of the license. So with Star Wars, Hasbro has taken the same approach, but instead of licensing it to another company, they've done it themselves. And the closest thing I can think of is that they're trying to mimic what Mezco is doing with their 1/12 scale figures. And Mezco is highly successful with those 6-inch figures, which they have admitted are kind of based on Charlie Flatt customs of the 1990s. And Charlie Flatt was this innovative customizer. If you don't know who he is, look him up. He inspired a lot of people to pick up a paintbrush and, start sewing Mego outfits. So Darth Vader is not just, an 8-inch action figure like we would have a head popped onto a universal body. It is a metal endoskeleton that he is made of. He has ultra premium textiles. I think that means good clothes. He has highly detailed character likeness and character-inspired accessories. This is all very fancy. And I will admit that the packaging itself is quite nice. I mean, it's very collector-friendly by the looks of things and has Velcro, and it looks kind of premium and deluxe. When I got it, I was kind of impressed. And when I opened the box, my son said, "Oh, the Black Series." So I guess that's something big in Star Wars. I'm not really up on modern Star Wars. So I've only wanted an 8-inch Darth Vader for about 42 years, so let's take him out of the box right now and fool around. Hang tight. So my first thoughts on this figure is, wow, it's heavy. It's really solidly built, and it's basically an aluminum skeleton, I'm assuming. And then this one's surrounded by this heavy rubber. It feels like an old tire. I mean, it is really thick, and that gives it a bit of weight as well. During the filming of this, I had the epiphany, and it's probably the logical one, that this isn't really catering to Mego fans at all. It's catering to their Star Wars core fandom that would like a Mego scale Darth Vader. And those people seem to really like hyper detail. In the Mego collecting community, we're kind of two minds of that subject. Some people think all modern Megos should be mini hot toys. And then there's a lot of us who think that the charm of the original toys is something we want, a little bit of clunk. And I kind of fall into that camp. But I don't think either party is wrong. It's just your preference, what you like, and your taste. So I think Hasbro was kind of wise to go with this hyper-detailed premium format action figure, as I think it'll appeal to their fan base and to a segment of the Mego community as well. Think this is a very nice action figure. It's premium. It comes with a pile of hands, his signature lightsaber, a stand, and this kind of invisible woman blast for his hand. I think they're trying to simulate something from Empire there. And I believe this is an Empire Vader. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not all that up. But their next release is a Bespin Luke. So I'm assuming that the two stands will go together and we're going to see a Bespin Han and that sort of thing. You'll notice that Darth Vader is significantly taller than an 8-inch Mego figure. Darth Vader, of course, was significantly taller than the cast of Star Wars. And I'm assuming by the time we see Bespin Luke, he will be a head shorter than Vader, and this will all make sense. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to keep this guy. There's nothing wrong with it. It's really a nice figure. But again, I'm kind of a vintage guy at heart, and this is a beautiful modern action figure. I think also I don't want the collector monster to take over and me to buy every single one of these, which is something I do have to keep in check. So I'm kind of on the fence of whether Darth stays, but it's not because he isn't a great looking toy. He is a very attractive replica figure. What do you think of these? Are you in, or are you still forever holding hope of seeing the Mego logo and the Star Wars logo together? Let me know in the comments below, or hit me up at our Facebook group, Megomania. We also have a thriving internet forum at megomuseum.com, and we'd love to chat with you. If you're new to this, please consider hitting like and subscribe. We do Mego reviews all the time. Until next time, thanks for watching, and buy what you like.